is Sherry, and this is where I work. I know you're sitting there thinking, why do I have to watch this video? Why do I have to take this class? When is this going to be over? Or wonder if I should make some popcorn. But I've got something really important to talk about. Because I like my job, and I know what I do is really important to the people that I work with. Really, the thing I love most about my job is working with people like John. Can I get you some fruit, John?
Please do.
One of the most important things I do for him is administer his medications. Not very long ago, only RNs and LPNs could administer medication or do certain other types of nursing tasks. That often meant that people had to move into nursing homes where LPNs and RNs are on staff and readily accessible. But many people who need support with day-to-day activities said they would rather live in a community-based setting than in a nursing home. That led to changes within licensed boarding homes, adult family homes, clients' own homes, and group homes for people with developmental disabilities. One of these changes was that new laws were written that allowed RNs to delegate certain tasks to certified or registered nursing assistants. That meant a lot to people like John, but it's not as easy as the RN telling me, give so-and-so 2 aspirin sometime later tonight. That leaves way too much room for error. Procedures need to be in place to prevent medication error. Communication is extremely important, so everyone needs to be talking the same language. You need to know what you're doing, and the delegating RN needs to know it too. Everyone involved has a huge responsibility, a responsibility that goes beyond the client. So how are you doing today, John?
Just fine.
Lawmakers have a responsibility to the citizens of this state. RNs have a responsibility to their clients and their professional standards. Group home and boarding home owners and home care agencies have a responsibility to the clients and their families, to employees, as well as to state licensing agencies. Employees like you and me have a responsibility to our employer and the clients we work with. There are a lot of shared responsibilities, and everyone needs to work together to make community-based services work. That's why there have to be guidelines and rules for everyone to follow. For your protection and that of everyone else involved, very specific laws have been written about nurse delegation, and that's what this self-study course is all about. It is designed to teach you the rules and regulations governing RN delegation of tasks. You'll learn what the laws are, how they affect you, the delegating RN, and your employer. In addition, you'll enhance your medical knowledge and learn some general techniques for various procedures you might be asked to perform. I'm going to be your guide through the video portion of your training. Here's how self-study works. You read your workbook and then watch the video segment that goes with that lesson. What I hope to do is clarify some of the more confusing issues and to actually demonstrate how some of the tasks are done. If you're anything like me, just reading about something isn't enough. I want to see an example and hear it explained in plain English. So that's what I'm going to do. You should have already completed the basic training Fundamentals of Caregiving class. If you haven't, let your employer or the case manager know. The nurse delegation training is a 2-part course. This self-study course is part 1. You'll learn the basics of delegation, how to administer medication, and how to perform some specific healthcare procedures. After you complete this portion, you'll continue on and receive on-the-job training. Your RN will go over the really important stuff, the specifics for the patients you're working with. This course is just to teach you the basics. So let's find out what you have to do. To complete part 1, you need to do 4 things. First, pass the exam. You need to get an 80% or better to pass. I know, a test. But don't worry. If you read the workbook and pay attention during these videos, you'll pass with flying colors. But you've got to do your part. Work in a quiet place, give yourself plenty of time, take notes, and ask your instructor lots of questions. We'll take things one step at a time. The last 3 things you're responsible for are a breeze. When you go to take the test, just give your student evaluation and this video to the trainer. Don't forget your workbook, because your instructor will check it to make sure you've completed the exercises. You'll get the workbook back and can then use it for future reference. Simple. This video is to be used with the workbook. Some things will be covered in both the video and workbook, but but some material will be covered only in the workbook, so be sure you read it before you watch the video for each section. That's it. This is where we use the cool stop sign logo. Now it's time to stop the tape and read the Getting Started section in your workbook. If you've already done so, move on to the next lesson. Good luck!